So I had some scrap wood laying around, and they were 13 inches long. And what I did is I took a straight edge and just made a diagonal line, and I made both pieces to match. And I just used my handsaw to cut the angle. And then I had a second piece of wood measuring 34 inches. And what I did is I put the two 13 pieces at the top, and I just made a line so I could just cut the extra wood. So now I had a V shape at the top of my wood where the 13-inch pieces are going to lay. And I just gave it a nice sanding. Using some wood glue, I attached the two 13-inch pieces, and I clamped them down so they were nice and tight to dry. And because I have like zero patience, I also decided to screw in the back of the wood so I didn't have to wait for the wood glue to dry. Which you can totally skip the wood glue part, but I did not plan to use the screws. I took some goldenrod and I just gave it a nice light coat over the wood. And this is Wise Owl Chalk Synthesis Paint, which can be found right on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And then I took some Antique Villa and I painted the top two pieces with that. Now, once that was covered and dry, I had this floral stencil that I got from Michael's in the clearance section. I believe it was like $3.50. And I taped it at the top there. And using a foam roller and some Antique Villa paint, I just lightly went over the stencil. And then when that was done, I moved the stencil down, and I just tried to piece it together the best that I could so that it looked like it was one big stencil. Now, you don't need a lot of paint on your foam roller, and this is not going to look perfect. And once that was dry, I took a 220 grit sandpaper, and this just helps smooth everything out. And you want to remove any dust. Now I took my drill in a metal drill bit, and I had these tin buckets I believe I got from Dollar Tree, and I just drilled a hole in the center of each tin bucket. I had 3 of them. And once I had the hole, the board is 10 inches wide, so I just drilled the bucket in the center of the board. If you don't have a drill gun, you can certainly just use a screwdriver. And there you go. Now you can display whatever you'd like in it. I had some artificial greenery that I put in there, but I also think this would look cute with some herbs if you like to grow them in your kitchen. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Other tutorials can be found on our YouTube channel and paint products at chalkitupfancy.com.